Beauty, social status, attractiveness, and extraordinary intelligence placed Lisa Emily Donington among the highest echelons of Australian society, making her one of the most coveted brides of her time. However, fate played a cruel trick on her. Lisa Emily Donington was born on July 8, 1821, at the Cape of Good Hope. Her father, James Donington, held a bureaucratic position for the benefit of the East India Company, while her mother, Sarah Elizabeth Donington, was a devoted homemaker. Lisa's early years were spent in Calcutta, where her family moved shortly after her birth. As a child, Lisa was cheerful and curious, always drawn to knowledge and creativity. Yet from a young age, she also displayed perseverance and defiance, causing concern for her father. At the tender age of 11, Lisa suffered a profound emotional trauma. Her mother and two elder sisters succumbed to a cholera epidemic. These tragic events left an indelible mark on her heart. She became more introverted. Her relationship with her father grew colder. Soon, James left his service and relocated to Sydney, leaving Lisa under the care of his stepson. However, after a few years, Lisa rejoined her father. The family settled in the opulent residence of Cambridge Hall in the heart of Newtown, a suburb of Sydney. This quickly caught the attention of the town's residents. By the time Lisa turned 24, her father began to worry about her personal life and proposed that she choose a suitor from among his esteemed acquaintances. However, she insisted on marrying for love and rejected all candidates, disappointing Mr. Donington and triggering a new conflict. Lisa increasingly frequented the Anglican Church of St. Stephen in Newtown. It was here that she met a young Englishman, George Cott Burton, an employee of a shipping company. Their secret romance began. Correspondence, clandestine meetings when George was away or out of town. Their covert affair was eventually discovered by Lisa's father, who forbade her from seeing George. This only intensified their feelings. To end the affair, her father permitted them to meet openly, hoping George would relinquish Lisa. However, George proposed instead. For unclear reasons, he decided to marry her, and a wedding date was set. On the wedding day, a crowd gathered at the mansion. People hoped to witness the lavish celebration. At the appointed hour, high-ranking guests and invitees arrived at Cambridge Hall. Tables were laden with a variety of dishes. Lisa greeted guests in an exquisite white dress created by the finest designers. However, when the time came for the official ceremony, the groom George Cott Burton failed to appear. According to surviving accounts, Mr. Donington's daughter awaited her beloved at the altar even after the guests dispersed. She fell into hysterics, refusing to remove her wedding dress and insisting that the banquet dishes remain untouched. The reason for George Cott Burton's absence on the wedding day remains unknown. Some researchers believe he proposed to Lisa out of a desire to spite her father, who had always treated him with mockery. Marriage may not have initially been in his plans. Another version suggests that Mr. Donington bribed the groom to disappear from Lisa's life. Furthermore, a theory exists that the father of the jilted bride hired individuals to murder George. Either way, the betrayal of her beloved took a toll on Lisa's mental state. She locked herself in her room, refusing to take off her wedding dress. She spent years in isolation, avoiding society and sunlight. The mansion deteriorated. The once beautiful garden turned into a wild, overgrown area. Lisa transformed into a frail, ailing old woman. Townspeople occasionally caught glimpses of her through the windows. The maid who stayed with Lisa during her seclusion recounted that she was consumed by grief. She dreamt of her beloved's return. Festive preparations and fireworks went unnoticed. The wedding cake remained untouched. Lisa wandered the house in her wedding dress, as if ready to be married at any moment. But time passed, and her beloved never returned. With each passing year, Lisa's mental state deteriorated. The story of wealth and a broken heart spread across Australia. Alongside this, new rumours and fictional facts emerged. At the age of 65, Lisa passed away from a heart attack. According to legend, she died in her wedding dress. This tragic story became a city legend and inspired Charles Dickens to create the character of Miss Havisham in the novel Great Expectations. Miss Havisham, too, was left by her groom at the altar and never removed her wedding dress.